think AI will play a big part of it, and I don't just mean that as a buzzword. I think there's going to be a lot of, elements that you're going to have services now that say, help me find the best option to redeem my points. Right now you have literal people. I mean, they're consultants who built that business that started, ages ago. Then you started getting a lot of the influencers advertising through blogs or through, social media, where they're saying, "Oh, I can help you maximize your points." And you see, I mean, they'll show traveling in first or business class, staying in five-star hotels, and then they either use that as a way to leverage selling credit card offers or booking, points as a consultancy. But now I think they're going to run into um, um, competition. I think both from an influencer perspective. I saw a really scary video where there was a whole influencer video on, like, I mean, nothing. It's nothing in particular, but it looked like they were talking about acai bowls or something, and it was all fake. It was all like AI, right? And so, I mean, there's enough content now that you can essentially learn from existing content to reproduce that style. And, airlines might lean into that directly. Like, why not, right? And then I think, you might say the same thing in terms of how do I maximize my points? What are the loopholes? And you can really start. It's not dangerous, but it's a way of them, really kind of exposing what previously might have been underutilized opportunities. And not, again, if it's there, it's not that it's a loophole. It's just it maybe wasn't expected to be used with the volume that you might get. I think you're going to also get, like I said, people booking flights in different ways, which means that their loyalty and the way that they stay loyal could change. So, your art booking tools have to be, usable and enjoyable and, quick and all of these things that people have come to expect. Personalization, I think, is going to be really big, like I said, with data, going even further. United has made a really big has really advanced with Connected, which is a retail media network, something we're considering. I think there's a lot of, how do you tie in the customer profiling and the data that you have on customers to better target them, retarget them, ensure that the ads that you're serving them are relevant, ensuring that the flight offers that you serve them are relevant. We'd like to invest in consolidating some of the disparate touch points that we have today for things like hotels across our group. So again, better ways of knowing and serving your customers.
I don't know if it's different than past years, but I've always had this feeling, and I feel like it's still relevant. It's always being validated that loyalty is not a silo. It's absolutely the customer experience. And so if you think about loyalty as an emotion, but it's also for business, it's a program, and it's your means to get to all these other results. So I feel like, again, when we talk about that, everyone's, doubling down on loyalty, and a lot of in the hotel space, at least, a lot of chains are really investing in this space. They're putting it at the forefront. Of course, that's our business, so we always have had that. But I feel like so many people get it, that loyalty is not just a program running over in isolation over on the side. That's like a banner at the bottom or a join now at XYZ part of the path. It's truly the customer experience, and how it's ingrained in a business is a lot more significant, and it's for the actual commercial reasons. It's for two things, actually. It's the results are for commercial purposes, but to a consumer, it really enhances the experience, and it does it in several ways, because you know more about them. They're giving you consent, you've collected it, you've used it, you've applied it, and then if they've done whatever behaviors, they're going to have an enhanced experience, and everyone wants that. And so I think it just blurs the lines of loyalty. Truly is the customer experience. It's recognizing your, in our case, guests, and making sure that you're giving them the recognition and rewards that that they've earned, and that you're doing it in a way that keeps them engaged. And so, my prediction is that is getting a lot more, I think, understood and accepted by other maybe departments and other players in the space.
So I think we're going to see divergence between programs, those programs that are really transparent and easy to understand and that are honest with customers, versus those that sort of hide behind some of the traditional opacity, given all the headlines about devaluations for all the right reasons. But for customers themselves, people are so busy nowadays, they want to be able to understand a program simply, and they want to be able to understand what's relevant to them. And I think those programs that do a really good job of explaining that will succeed, whereas those that are complicated and you need a PhD in loyalty to understand are going to see a negative impact.
It's something that's been, I think, not necessarily looked at in through the right lens, and it may not seem to be revolutionary in nature, but reviews and ratings are going to become pivotal marketing tools in the future. So UGC, user-generated content, are going to be a competitive advantage in the environment. Why? Because AI tools, large language models, overweight and over-index customer sentiment over what a company may say about a particular product. And so having a level of control and a level of influence over reviews, ratings that are correctly orchestrated and moderated will actually organically make you appear first and considered first in all the AI world. So I don't think we've taken major investments in looking how we moderate and we look after ratings and reviews in the past. It will become a key competitive advantage if you're able to do it right in the future, and it will definitely impact loyalty.
Loyalty ecosystems are improving, so that probably we will see more powerful partnerships, especially for financial partners under our loyalty programs. Banks, fintechs, startups are not new, but will be more powerful partners for loyalty systems. Co-branded cards, wallet solutions, maybe point exchange hubs will be in our lives more frequently. And there is an application fatigue. It's difficult to use 50 applications for customers. So financial partners maybe will help to solve this issue, because financial partners can handle many things in the background. And by this way, loyalty programs can touch customers' daily lives. So that I believe the partnerships will be one of the top priorities in the coming year.
Tier exclusivity and us, looking at the programs in some way to be able to remodel what we're doing to ensure that our premium members have access to rewards and see a level of exclusivity in terms of the benefits that they're getting. So that's something that probably you'll, in my view, will get enhanced as we go forward. I have my own views on people who are just, again, opportunistically trying to game the programs in some way. And then I think you'll see companies maybe take a stricter approach when it comes to managing such behavior in particular, so that we're going back to old-fashioned, truly loyalty in some way and rewarding the people who are most loyal to us.
Loyalty will become a growth engine for both to boost the revenue or to bring more value to the customers beyond points.
Well, I'm happy to see that the companies and businesses mainly start considering the shift from transactional programs to truly structure and design predictive programs that will anticipate customer needs before they're expressed, and then to create more intuitive and emotional reasons for customers to do business with your loyalty programs and to resonate more in experiences.
2026 is about relationships. Loyalty isn't a currency, it's a relationship that's built over time. It's about how you make people feel, it's about how you interact with people, with our members, and it's about making people feel special.
I think my prediction is we're going to have a really challenging year with a lot of data, a lot of information about our customers, and the real challenge going to be use correctly all of this information. I think in the whole industry still is really hard to understand our clients too, we create maybe still creating one campaign, one set of benefits. And I think my prediction for 2026 is more personalization, more contextualization. Okay, I already understand you, but I need to understand you in the moment of what you are, what are you doing? Okay, I know you, but I need to know what are you doing right now for bring to the exactly thing that you need. I think that is the main goal for the 2026. Personalization, but with contextualization.
Many programs have done, as I mentioned before, also like structural changes about how you earn rewards and some structural changes to the program. I think that this will be the year of trying out new stuff. So I'm very excited to follow what will happen. I think that because, as I mentioned, like, I mean, there's a lot of technology there, but things are not really tested yet. And the reality has also changed a bit, so it's more different needs to have to strengthen the relationship with the customer even more. So I think that this year program will use this year to try out and apply the new tactics and new tools and new tech and new ways of thinking in different ways. For example, new ways to monetize the member relationship. Maybe instead of devaluating the program, there are other ways, alternative ways to monetize on the relationships. And also, I think it's going to be a very fun year to see how we and our peers will be trying to get value out of personalization and AI.
The one prediction for 2026 is that loyalty is going to become even more popular as it's a marketing, it's an evergreen marketing strategy, and I see it's really in its golden age. There is more and more push towards empowering the end users. So I think for those who are those legacy platforms which are still relying on offline kind of management of the loyalty program, this is going to shift even further toward digital and more, let's say, opportunities being given to the end users in terms of redemption options. Even very strong currencies, they have reached a point that they acknowledge that while their currency carries a lot of equity, the relevance of that particular currency and the benefit that can be associated with it is not the same throughout the year, for example. So it might make a lot of sense to enlarge the set of rewards that they offer to customers by partnering up with someone else who is able to tap into that unmet need or desire from the member of the specific loyalty program.